enjoying Easter, but yet they're here sweating for their school. I love it.
And Jin uses that serve as well. That you got the shake hand grip, you hide your paddle behind your body.
You put the shoulder out as much as you can until the umpire says something. Oh, nice opening. Very good backhand loop there. A lot of people don't realize what he did there is a dead ball loop, which means he made the stroke like he was going to spin the ball, but he didn't spin it. That's why Ethan blocked it into the net. Ethan definitely put spin on that.
That was in a dead ball loop.
Fly off. But that's what makes it effective. You got to be able to do everything. You can't just be one-dimensional. You got to have 2 or 3, maybe even 4.
Just another layer to the game.
There you go.
That's for sure.
Oh, nice point, Ethan. Backhand loop to the backhand, then forehand cross court, make the guy move.
And if you're Ethan, you don't want to lose intensity here just because you're ahead.
No, and that's always a tough thing. When you're the favorite, you don't want to play down to your opponent's level.
Right.
Or I shouldn't say level, just play down to their speed. Like if you're a more aggressive player, you want to make sure you keep that intensity up. You don't want to let yourself drop down because now you're not playing your game, you're playing their game. And that's Ethan's game. Ethan's got a nice big forehand third ball attack.
I love it when players go for that right elbow. Such a tough shot to navigate when you're going into the body.
I love the size of these courts as you watch Ethan walk back to the barrier. It takes a while to go get that ball, but it gives you a chance to think. Official Olympic-sized courts here at this 2016 Collegiate National Championships. They've held nothing back in presentation. I mean, they got big screens on the ceiling. You can see everybody score. For those of you that aren't here, come next year. You've got to see this event.
Ooh, that was the shot that he wanted. Luo must feel that he's got to go for a really big shot just to stay with him, and then ended up missing it.
In some senses, yes. You want to go for the big shot, but you want to make sure it's the right shot. You got to make sure you're hitting the right one. Yeah, Ethan's serves are a little bit higher level. But that's why you come to the championships. You get to learn. You get to see something. You get to maybe figure out. And then you come back next year and you improve, hopefully.
Ooh, that was a look, too. He wanted that one. So a quick 11-4 for Ethan Jin. And the Michigan team looks well positioned to win. Even if they don't take the table 2, if Ethan can continue that level,
they're guaranteed at least 3-1, yeah?
Right. And it'll be it's tough to see the Texas A&M team escaping. So if you're Texas A&M, what are you doing to bring this match back around?
You also got to stay within yourself. You can't just try to swing for the fences even though you're playing a better team. You got to use your weapons. Use what you have. If it's your block, if it's your push, use it to your advantage. Try to find a way to make that your weapon over your opponent's serve and third ball. But it's tough. I mean, Ethan's experience, he's been on our national junior team. He's represented us well. I love to see that he went to Michigan. It's a good school.
That's
that.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's got a serve and a big backhand. Let's use that strategy.
That was a nice backhand. I wish he hit some of those in the last game. That's just incredibly heavy spin.
That was very smart. He had the time to crank that ball, but he knew he could just win the point with spin. Why take a risk?
He navigated that reverse pendulum spin very nicely, did Luo.
Yeah, he's showing that he's starting to feel it. Ooh.
What happened there? Did they call
He's going to give him a warning. That ball was tossed back. Mark Wei, our umpire here, he was the regional director for the West Coast for a while, was he, Mark Wei? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was for NCTTA. Now he's back volunteering. Quick shout out to Mark. 4-2, quick little lead.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Texas A&M on paper is outmatched, they're playing very well.
They're a very balanced team, that's for sure.
They're playing very well. Oof.
Ooh. That's the risk you run when you take it out to that forehand.
Yeah, no, that serve is a great serve that he did, but the placement, I would say, it kind of goes right into that spin. You might want to move it over. See, at this level, he needed to take advantage. He got a serve, he got the push to his backhand. He needed to open that up, not push back and let Ethan have his way.
And he's shown that he can crank that backhand if he wants to.
He's just got to take a chance and go for it. You're right.
I wish he'd done it.
Oh. See, he saw his opponent. Ethan watched his opponent move to the forehand and just turned his wrist and hit the open corner.
That's a really cool trick.
It's not easy to do. You have to judge where your opponent's going first.
Exactly. And he sells it with his shoulders.
Correct.
And at the last second, executes with the wrist.
Eight serving 5. There it is. There it is. Just believe in it.
He needed to do that. I mean, that's a. If I'm a coach, I'm saying that's fine. Miss that all day.
Yeah. See that dead ball? After all those heavy side spin serves, he throws in that dead one. It just pops up, kind of floats over. It looks like, how'd that guy? No, he's remembering all that heavy spin.
Right. Right.
He was covering for it. His mind was remembering it. Nice. That's heavy. Ethan Jin, University of Michigan, takes a 2-0 lead over Texas A&M.
You saw Eldon Luo. Right. You saw Eldon play a few of the right shots, show that there is a chance that he can hang. And if I'm Eldon, I'm coming back to the towel and thinking to myself, stay in there.
There you go.
Be intense.
That's right.
Something can happen. Anything can happen.
If he can play his best game, let's say this, he plays his best and Ethan has a bad game, he can win the game. But he's got to play his best game to make that happen and hope that Ethan plays bad.
That's the other thing, though. Once you start in a third game here, when you're the leader 2-0, that's when you got to be very careful not to let your intensity dip.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the same time, if you're Eldon, you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to be ready to pounce. If he slips up even a little bit, I'm going to run off 3 points as fast as I can.
That's why you got to stay ready, just in case the guy slips. You're right.
And, you know, I was noting earlier, Eldon has that same shake hand serve, too. Everybody's got this serve. I want that serve.
There's no reason not to have it. You just got to put in the practice. It's the most boring training of all, serve training, because it's just you and a bucket of balls. But it's got to be done if people want to improve. They got to spend just as much time on their serve as they do their forehand loop and their backhand loop. And people don't realize that. They think, oh, I can just go to the training hall and spend 2 hours on my forehand, 2 hours on my backhand. and then I'm going to go play a match. I'm going to win. Well, how much time did you spend on your serves? Nice point.
And here's where Eldon will look to do some damage, right? Right at this soft spot of the match. Ethan's kind of coasting. See if we can open up like a 5-1 lead.
Ooh, right idea. See, the coach in me wants to tell him his body weight that he has is leaning backwards when he contacts the ball. He needs to take advantage of that and put that momentum into the ball. You need to lean forward when you're hitting the ball. You don't want to lean back. Forward. There you go. There you go. Push that ball forward.
Was that a dead ball loop right there?
Kind of. It looked like he didn't put much spin on it. But I don't know if he did it on purpose. Sometimes you just miss contact. You didn't really brush it as hard.
Ooh, and that's when you're the underdog. You're like, come on, give me that net.
Mm-hmm. You hope for it. (5-3), 2-point lead here for Ethan Jin, former USATT national junior team member, now representing the University of Michigan. Oh, good try on that counter loop. How are we looking on the other table over there? Can you see the score?
Looks like Michigan is leading 2-1. Texas A&M is hanging around.
Oh, I like the fight. Good job, Texas A&M. You guys are fighting hard. Keep it up.
If I'm Eldon, I want these 2 points.
Yeah, with your serve.
I want them bad. And you know,
great return of serve there. Ethan really controlled that ball.
Right,
Dropped it right over the net. Almost shorter than the serve was. That's a good loop. That's heavy.
That was heavy. Staying tight though. It's 6-all here.
Ethan can't afford those slip-ups on those type of balls.
And it looks like we just saw the match on court 2 end. I believe Michigan took it 3 games to 1, excuse me.
This is that little bit of letdown that you were talking about.
Right, and I think now that Ethan knows that the match is won, is he gonna let his intensity slip?
That's why you got to stay point for point. Doesn't matter what's going on. Just finish the point. You only need 11 points. Make it happen. Go out there and focus for 11 points, and hopefully you get them all. That's a big forehand if he gets that in. Oh, nice opening. Oh, Ethan was ready for that.
Ethan was ready. I was thinking the same thing. Eldon doing exactly what I would have wanted him to do, is attack on one of these serves here to try to make it 10-8, going back to his serve. He was able to convert on one of them.
That's the focus. You can see his body language right now. That's a sign of what happened in the point.
He's moping around.
Yeah. Get back to where you were. Focus.
Eldon here is going to try to close out this game with
He's
a serve.
going to go for a deep serve right here. He went heavy long. Oh, nice feeling. Keep it on the table. Oh, good try. Ethan saves 1 game point.
Ooh, just dribbling over that net.
Everybody's trying to keep that serve short and low. Oh, nice opening. Really good opening there to take that game.
So even though the contest is over, Michigan has won 3 of the matches here. This match will continue.
Oh yeah, Eldon says, I want to win this match now. I got a game. Hopefully he believes in himself. Ethan just needs to settle down, get back into it.
And you know, that's the thing, right? We have here Eldon down one game to 2, but the contest is over. Ethan and Michigan have won the match, the contest. So if I'm Eldon, I'm thinking to myself, this guy knows that the whole thing's over.
Let me try to sneak one in
there. Let me just get right by this guy.
Not a bad idea. I would definitely say, I mean, in most competitors, you make it to the nationals, you're not leaving nothing.
Exactly.
You know, you're putting it all on the line. You don't want no regrets.
Love to see Eldon fight his way into a 5th, and then anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Not the start you want to have.
Good serve. That's some heavy. It looked like top, but it was straight
like
underspin. Because after he struck the ball, he pulled up. That's top. But that's lazy. He just anticipated the guy missing his serve. He didn't anticipate the guy returning his serve. He thought he was going to get a free one.
Right.
You could just totally see he wasn't ready. It hit the top edge of his racket, which means his racket was below the ball. He wasn't up in position.
Right. So if you're Eldon, you want to try to bring this back to 3-all if possible with the serve. Worth a shot, I would say. You know, he hasn't shown us that he can hit those great punch backhands, but
he's made a few, but he keeps going for him. So I'd recommend a little more spin on that ball, a little more loose wrist. Just flick over it.
Sure.
Gives you a little more consistency because you have that top spin, which will bring the ball down versus that straight shot.
Right.
You have to be really precise to make that straight slap shot. Everything has to be right. You have to guess the spin, you have to guess the plate, everything. Whereas if you're kind of brushing the ball, you can get away with a little more kind of mistakes, you know, if you guess wrong.
So we have Eldon calling a timeout at 5-1 down. And it shows that he's committed. He's committed to fighting out there.
He's not going to lay down. I love it. That's what they fight for to get. I mean, to get here, they must have had to win, I don't know, 16 matches in the regional. How many? You've played it before. How many matches do you have to win in regionals to make finals?
So it depends on the region.
Okay.
But I will say this: you gotta win you gotta come out of your division first.
Okay.
And then your region, and then actually these guys came out of their region by the skin of their teeth.
Oh.
They actually were awarded the wild card to be here. So here's a team that, you know, you were saying earlier is an underdog with nothing to lose. This is the definition of
Good
underdog.
for them.
They're the wild cards.
It makes sense being that it's held here in Texas.
Oh, absolutely. See what kind of adjustments Eldon can make here. Try to force a 5th.
If you guys paying attention, they're a beautiful shot of the hall. They just scanned out and showed you guys. This place is just so professional.
And that's our spider cam up there.
The opening ceremonies where they had the national anthem for Canada, for the U.S. I mean, seeing all the schools represented, it was just amazing. Just a great experience. If you're not here, you better be here next year. Wherever they have it. Good spin. Now, Ethan, you don't want to go down to that body language.
Meanwhile, Eldon, he played a very interesting point here.
First, if you see here, he takes that backhand loop, forehand loop, good spin. Ethan's just kind of standing there. Boom, big smash.
Right. He varied up the spin and the pace a lot in that point.
Oh, nice shot, Ethan. He's got to keep moving like that, even though Eldon had a good opening. Nice spinny backhand. Ethan was able to step to the left, make that counter loop.
Meanwhile, if you're Eldon, you got to believe in yourself. That was not a point that he should have lost, but he can't get down on himself for it. hanging around, still hanging around. And now we're at 5-7 with the serve.
Nothing's out of striking distance. In an 11-point game, anything's possible. 2 serves each, boom.
Wow.
Now, if Eldon would have took a second before he looped that ball and saw that Ethan was already committed in the backhand corner, he could have just looped that ball down the line. Because Ethan was waiting there. That's a good serve. He actually put it down the line.
Ethan's showing us a little bit of a negative body language here. If I'm Eldon, God, I just
take advantage of that. You got to feed off of that.
Snap it up right here. Just get this game.
Boom. There's that down the line. Now make that. Ooh, what a play. Yeah, this is that position. It's a dangerous one. Ethan, step up now or see you in the 5th.
Texas A&M's getting fired up.
8-8. I might take a timeout if I'm the Michigan team just to say, Ethan, come on, let's get your focus back here. Let's not let you go to the 5th game. Right. We don't want that to happen. Just go out there and play good TT. You hear the voices.
Texas A&M's getting fired up.
They're pumping them up.
I'm getting fired up.
I tell you, I love the energy here in this building. It's amazing. You walk around, you hear each team cheering for their teammate. Nothing better than a team tournament. Especially when you got school colors on the line, man. Look at this.
So he's got
nice little flip.
He's got a 5-1 run, yeah.
Oh, nice. Now Ethan starts moving his feet. He moved for that forehand.
He's got to convert one of these points, does Eldon.
There's pressure on here. Good topspin serve. Yeah, he held that one. That's a good serve.
Totally fooled him. Back to deuce.
But this is anybody's game. Ethan needs to stay composed, make a good return of serve here. If I'm Ethan, I'm looking for the long serve. I'm thinking Eldon's coming at me. That's just my opinion. He's going to come at me. Look at that long serve. There you go.
Oh.
Spin. Oh, you tried to rip it.
See, he moved fast and he swung hard. It was almost a little lazy shot, like, get this match over with.
He was hoping, kind of wishful thinking. Nah, put in the work. You gotta put in the work. Nobody's gonna lay down. You see that? Now Eldon is attacking. He went with that little spin.
That had a bunch of side on it, too. Ethan not able to convert.
Look at that. I love to see that intensity right there.
He's pumped.
Even though his team is out of it, he's still fighting. Oh, good try. Got to give Eldon credit for this, man, because he knows his team is done. They've lost 3 matches, but yet he's still fighting.
Absolutely.
For the folks at home, never say die. There it is. He's forcing errors now. He's able to make him make simple mistakes. Like, that's a forehand. Like, if he had that shot 10 times, he's only going to miss it once, and that's the one time.
You don't want to miss that at deuce in the 4th.
And then an edge. Did you see that?
The edge.
He was ready for the topspin serve. Here we have the 5th game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have action, the 5th game. Ethan Jin versus Eldon Luo, 2-2. This is why we come. We want to see this action. Net serve. You can already see the body language of Ethan at the beginning of this game. He needs to keep this the whole way through, or Eldon's going to sneak in there and fight it, because Eldon's a fighter. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Oh, he almost brought that in. Amazing shot. Watch this. Backhand push. Ethan loops, pushes him back, lobs it up. Another loop. Okay, he's in trouble. Ethan goes for the slam. Oh, the counter. Almost made it.
I wish it made it.
That would have been nice. Remember, I told you in the beginning of this, you don't give your opponent confidence.
Eldon's so jacked up right now.
This is the match of his life. He's on live stream. National champions. Come on, he's going for it. Boom. Look at him go.
Dude. Back at 2-all here. 2-2 and 2-all in games. Neck and neck.
Eldon takes a 3-2 lead.
Eldon is not letting go.
No, and I don't blame him. He sees a chance to win. When you make mistakes like that, you can't look around and blame anybody but yourself. You got to get ready to move for the next ball.
Right.
Got to keep yourself positive. I mean, this is why they play the match.
Nice block there from Eldon. Controlled it cross court to take a lead, a 2-point lead going into the swap at the 5-point mark.
This is the reason matches are played right here. You never know on paper. The one's a huge favorite, 300-400 point favorite. Nope, got to play the match. Good placement. Ethan went right in the body, right in the elbow.
Eldon is extremely composed. Ethan, on the other hand, kind of looking around. What's going on here? Why is this happening to me?
Spin.
That being said, Ethan's been in this position before.
A few times.
It's no stranger, I'm sure, to 5-all in the 5th.
Oh, no, not at all. Now, that's where Eldon has a slight chance. If he can expose that shot right there, where Ethan doesn't have time to turn and use his forehand, and he's forced to use his backhand as his weapon, that's not his weapon.
He doesn't have that backhand that Lester Lee does, that's for sure.
No, he has that. That forehand he has, and he has that quick footwork right there that you just saw.
Still neck and neck here, 6-all in the 5th. He read it well. I mean, he knew that was topspin. Just going a little bit too close to the line.
Just, he didn't know how much topspin.
Right.
He saw top, but that's the key. You might see the spin, but how much spin? Is it 6,000 revolutions, 2,000 revolutions? How much? Look at that. Oh. That's what happens when you move your feet, though. Ethan moved his feet, and he got rewarded. You know, it's an unlucky edge ball, but look here. He moves, the ball's wide to his forehand, he goes hop over and plays the ball.
Right.
Gets the edge. Had he just kind of lazily got the ball, it would have never happened. So for those folks at home, you put in the work, you will get rewarded. Don't hesitate. Eldon opened a beautiful backhand finish.
He needed that body weight forward, as you were mentioning earlier.
Right? You saw him lean up a little bit. That's why that ball goes out. If he could lean forward just a little bit more, that ball will come down. It's almost like a magnet if you lean back. It's energy, positive and negative. Ooh, look at that. 4 match points, and Michigan will move on. with a win over Texas A&M. Nice serve.
That's a nice serve.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us, watching this match. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back for the next round.